Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to the channel today. It's good to have you. Welcome back to all of our subscribers, and if you're new to the channel, if you're finding us for that very first time, welcome as well. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, be sure to hit that like button, and then also to learn more about me in numerous ways that you can take your business, your gym business, that whole next level. Check out the many links below. And so with that said, let's get into our topic today. It's 9 traditional gym marketing methods that still matter. 9 traditional gym marketing methods that still matter. And take a look at this list. See if you're doing them. One of the things that I see with many clubs, most even, they don't do enough to get the word out. They don't do enough to promote. They don't do enough to market. They don't do enough to really break through all the noise, okay? Because we need to have a steady flow of traffic coming in. You can have the nicest club in the world and do all these great things, but if you don't have enough people coming in, if you don't have enough people that know about you, it's probably going to be a struggle for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is just simple signage. Okay, simple signage, putting signs up at the street corner, little real estate signs, okay, final 3 days, weekend special, grand opening special, pre-opening, have a good offer, have a good call to action. But, real estate signs at the street corner are tremendous. Even, balloons at the street corner, balloons on the front of your building, signage inside your club. Okay, none of these things cost a whole lot. They're easy to do, and they'll get you results. Okay, what if you could pick up 1 sale a day with effective signage? Okay, it could be very powerful for you. Vehicle wraps, signage on cars. You see a lot of this. It's a great way to gain additional exposure. You might even consider putting it on your vehicle. Okay, everywhere you drive, everywhere you go, park your car at the street side of the parking lot. Everybody can see that as they go by. Okay, A-frame signs, in your center. So, look at external signage, even internal signage, as a great method, great way to go about this, and it really works well. Cost is minimal on it. Many clubs don't do it. Okay, it's a great way to attract attention. Number 2, billboard advertising. Billboard advertising is great. You look at billboards that are on a freeway. If you're near a freeway or that are on a busy intersection, how many cars go by this every single day? Okay, 20, 30, 40,000 vehicles are going to see your message, and give them a message they can respond to. One of the examples I would give, I'll kind of combine the billboard idea and the signage idea, is I remember I was on a freeway one time. I was moving, okay, and there was a truck in front of me, and it was a moving company. Okay, and they had a big advertising sign in the back of the truck about what they do, and we were kind of stuck in traffic, and there was a phone number. I called the guy. I said, look, hey, I'm stuck behind you on the freeway. Looks like you're a moving company. I'm moving. How does it work? And we ended up getting it done. Okay, and so you never know. You got a freeway, you got billboard. You're trying to attract attention. Okay, just what if you could be seen by 20,000 people every single day? Every single day. How impactful would that be for you? So check out your local billboards and what's out there. It works well. Number 3, direct mail. This is something I've talked about in the past. Direct mail works extremely well. You can target your audience however you want to target it. Okay, and you can put it wherever you want to go. And I tell you, one of the great things about direct mail is you can go get at the local library. You can get a crisscross directory that shows, hey, here's all the streets. Okay, we mailed to these streets, and you can call everybody up. And you can say, hey, this is Jim Thomas with the local fitness center here. I was calling to be sure you'd receive that membership invitation we sent you in the mail. It's a great way to really give that direct mail vitamin B shot. But direct mail works well. And I think the latest statistics, say that the average person gets about 2 pieces of mail a day. I think a few years ago, it's a lot more than that. It was very cluttered. And so now it's going to be seen. You can target it. Works very well. And I know I get a lot of direct mail that I look at every day, and some really nice pieces are going out, great promotional ideas. If you're not doing direct mail, if it's in your budget, I would certainly look at it. It's going to work well for you. Number 4, is, flyers and brochures. Getting flyers out. I mean, flyers on cars, flyers to local merchants, flyers to apartment complexes, flyers on front doors. These things work extremely well, very inexpensive to do. I know, many times, we'll simply design the flyer on like a Word doc. We'll email it over to the local office company and have them print it up. Have the delivery company pick it up and get it delivered. Okay, they work very well. The other thing that's great about these things, about direct mail, and even more so about flyers and brochures, is you can decide when they go out, how much they go out. We want to do 1,000 every Monday. We want to do 2,000 every Monday. Here's the area we want to go. You can pinpoint it, and the stuff works well. And like I mentioned earlier, with direct mail, you can even make follow-up phone calls. Hey, this is Jim Thomas here at the local fitness center. I was calling to make sure you would receive that membership invitation we had delivered to your home. It can work really well. Okay, so these are some great things that can really amplify and grow your business. Number 5, and I when I'm putting this together, I thought, well, we have to put this on here because we have a tendency to avoid this a little bit, and that's face-to-face interaction. Okay, traditional gym marketing techniques, right? Face-to-face interaction. And too often, well, I sent them a text. And one of the great things that works is sit down, with your members, even externally, and let folks know that, hey, I want to learn more about you. I want to learn more about your company, what you're doing, and how I can refer business to you. Find people you can refer business to, because you know what's going to happen when you do that? You have those kind of face-to-face interactions. First thing they're going to say is, well, Jim, what can I do for you? What are you looking for? And for you, this is not a sales meeting. It's not anything other than how can I serve you, but it's face-to-face interaction. Meet people. Don't just do it online. Go out and meet people. Meet the people in your community. In a manner of speaking, pretend like you're running for mayor, okay? You're going to be shaking a lot of hands and getting to know as many people as you can. So as many face-to-face interactions as you can. Number 6, print ads. Print ads, newspapers, magazines, these are still great resources. They still have, good distributions that can work. Find out what's going to be best for you. And one of the things, on the print ad side of things, this isn't necessarily an ad, but things like press releases. When those things go out, newspapers are going to pick those up. They're going to print them in the newspaper. It's going to go on the website. So not only will people see it in the printed version, they're going to see it in other things as well. And even if you're putting out these press releases, now these magazines are going to see you, and they may indeed want to do an interview with you. They might want to do a profile on your company and what you're doing. We've had a lot of clubs that have had success with that. So, look at print ads, look at getting involved, kind of in your local community with that local newspaper. I know we used to do a program with my clubs. Is we had like a ask Mary. I forget the name of it. It was an Ask Mary, about fitness. And questions would be submitted in just a little column we had in the newspaper. And every week we were, answering questions about, fitness and weight loss and how to accomplish certain things. So, look at print ads. Let's don't ignore that. Everything doesn't have to be digital. Okay, you want to have a digital component. Just don't make that the only thing that you do. Number 7, cold calling. Now, cold calling in itself, I wouldn't necessarily, suggest for most. It takes a very special person to really want to do that and do it and have a high threshold for rejection. You have to make a lot of calls, okay, to get through. And I know I'm one that I answer the phone, I try to anyway, with everybody that calls. So I try to talk to those folks that are cold calling, and they don't always they don't always do it the way it should be done, okay. And so, but here's what I want to suggest. Here's where I do like cold calling, and it's where we warm it up, okay. And it could be direct mail. It could be door hangers. You put this stuff out, and you can go, get a crisscross directory, and you can say, hey, here's every place that we mail to. Here's their phone number. We call them up. Hey, Mary, this is Jim Thomas over here at the local fitness center. I was calling to make sure you had received the membership invitation we had delivered to your home, or that we had mailed to your home. It's a great cold call for a direct mail for a flyer, but it's been warmed up a little bit. There's a reason for the call. Now you can even take it a step further. We used to do this quite a bit. Is we would where we have it, we would send a fax or an email. I prefer the fax if we can get it because I like that physical piece coming in. But we'd send faxes to local businesses. And maybe it's for 10 fitness and weight loss visits, $10. That's kind of what the offer was. And then we'd follow back up. Hey, this is Jim Thomas with the Fitness Center. I was calling to make sure you had received that membership invitation that we had sent over to your company earlier today. And if they may have it right in front of them, or let me go check. And yeah, I've got it right here. And so it's a great way to warm up that cold call. Okay, so if you're going to do cold calling, that's how we like to do it. I'm not a great fan of just simply cold calling unless you're really savvy at this or you really got your head right, because if you don't, it's really going to be a struggle. Number 8, networking. Networking. Building your network, and one of the things I would suggest that everybody would do, go join Meetup, meetup.com, meetup.com. And you can just put in the name of your town and business networking groups. And you're going to find a whole bunch of them, okay? And find one you want to attend. The networking groups that I like, they'll have about 50 people attend every week. About 25 are members, regulars, and then another 25 are guests, people showing up to check it out. That's usually a pretty good ratio, pretty good number that I like that can be beneficial. But it's networking events. And so what do you get to do at these networking events? Well, talk to people, right? Collect business cards, right? But there's 2 things. One, you're going to get a chance to stand up and give, what they would call maybe your 30-second commercial. You tell them who you are, what you do, and here's what you're looking for today. Okay? It's a great resource. Particularly for you trainers that are really looking to really quickly ramp up a business, this can be a great way to do it. And then as you meet these folks, okay, kind of going back to what I was talking earlier, those face-to-face interactions, you meet these folks, and maybe you call somebody up, and hey, Mary, we met at the local networking event yesterday, and I'd like to invite you out for a cup of coffee. I'd like to learn more about your company. I'd like to learn more about what you're doing and how I can refer business to you. That's all it is. And so you meet with this person, you find out about them. What do they do? What's their company culture? What do they like to do? What are they looking for? What's a good referral for them? And, I know someone like me who I know a lot of folks. I can usually refer someone right there that can benefit them. And so I want to refer business to them. And what's going to happen, and that's all it is. It's not a sales call or anything else. But more often than not, that person is going to say to you, well, now, Jim, what do you need? What can I refer to you? And it's a great, great way to grow your business, and it's not a sales call. And so look at networking. Look at networking events. And I would even go a little further on this networking and go to your power base. What's your power base? People you know, people that know you, trust you, love you, want to see you successful. Usually it's everybody that's in your phone. Does everybody in your phone know what you do and know what you're looking for? What if you contacted each one of them and had that conversation with them? How powerful could that be? And then finally, number 9, and I saved this one for last. This is 9 traditional gym marketing methods that still matter. And the last on my list is salespeople. It's remarkable how many places do not have salespeople. They'll have, our front desk does that, our trainers do that. And let me just comment a little bit. And I understand why companies do that. Hey, we're trying to save, or we don't maybe understand the sales process. But here's the thing I want you to think about. If all we do is handle what's coming in, we're not producing. All we're taking is the low-hanging fruit. In most situations where front desk is doing this, front desk has other job responsibilities, other things they do. And if they get a phone inquiry, they get a customer that comes in, they will take their time to do it. But a true salesperson really becomes a master at this craft, number 1. They're also booking appointments every day. They're making phone calls. They're setting, corporate calls, working for corporate sales, working on, former members. They're working on inactive members. There's a lot of value in here, okay? So if you don't have that full-time salesperson, consider looking at that, okay? And another thing you can even think about is for you groups that are oh, my front desk does that. Maybe instead of hiring a front desk person that does sales, think about hiring a salesperson that handles the front. Get a little different mentality in there, okay? So 9 traditional gym marketing methods that still matter. Take a look at those. Which ones can you start to implement that can start growing your business? So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Appreciate you being here. If you've not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit that like button. And to learn more about me and a host of ways that you can grow your business, please check out those links below. And we'll look forward to seeing you all in that next video.